recordings behind on YouTube. So hello, YouTube, if this is not messed up at the beginning. Yeah, hopefully I'll get that going this weekend. It's been a very busy month. Like I said at the top, got a new job, caught COVID. It's been a month. Let's see. I've been trying to play with mostly no kill box, which is hard. Just defeated a mech raid with no injuries to any of my people. It's so fun. Like, that's cool. I'm very proud of you. But that also just immediately makes me think, like, fucking Boomalopes took out my camp. I don't know how that game works. That's really cool that you're able to do that. Overall, I think Super Mario Wonder promoted more creative ways in the best way possible. Plain, it's like my initial reaction when it came out. I'm so biased when it comes to Mario that it didn't matter what it was, I would be playing it. But Super Mario Wonder makes me realize how starved I was for like something new, that all the little details are just so rewarding. And it is the same basic Mario that we're used to, but all those little flourishes are just making it that much interesting and captivating. And at first I did kind of get a Donkey Kong Country Returns Tropical Freeze vibe. I didn't get that quite as strong now that we've delved more into the gameplay, but at least it feels distinct in a way that Mario hasn't in the 2D world for a while. And I still think, like, I would love, I don't know if we'll, because I feel like Nintendo goes one of two ways. It could be just like next year out of nowhere, it's like, hey, guess what? Super Mario Maker 2 update, here you go. I don't know if that works with too much like dev on the back end, but I wouldn't be surprised if like Super Mario Maker 3 comes and that's like the big selling features, that we get a lot of Wonder stuff. Because I don't want them to abandon Maker. Like, I'm glad they are making new stuff, but I want to see Maker continuously updated because I like that game. Great to see your smiling username. Boomalopes are fucking dangerous, man. They are. They destroyed me. And they went so hard on new features and little movement adjustments. Dude, just even like the little emotions of like the Goomba Mario when he was being chased and he got scared, or I think there was another one where he was jumping and it was a little bit of like he was frazzled until his hat came out. It's so good. Now with the extra children's show narrator. So I missed that part. Are we able to turn that off, or are we just destined to always have the children's narrator in our Mario Wonder? Which is why it was named, because you were just constantly wondering when you can turn it off. All right, let's play some freaking Zelda. I gotta ask. I'm playing this. What's been on everybody else's playlist? What games you been up to? What's been keeping you entertained? I'd love to know. Oh, that's right. I was trying to take these guys out the last time we were playing. Let's see. I hope it's there and extra patronizing. Lala, by chance, have you played Marvel Snap? I think you'll like this. We'll hit the back one. They're all alerted! Dr. Adrian Pyrope, how you doing? What's up, Doc? What's been the highlight of your day? I need to know. Welcome in. How's recovery going? Wait, who? No, not Super Marvel involved. What is it? So, Marvel Snap is a card-based game. Think Hearthstone. Magic the Gathering. It's a digital-only version. And, especially if you are familiar with Hearthstone, it is the ex-dev team, Ben Brode, started another company, I think, called Second Dinner. They made Marvel Snap. And kind of similar to what you were saying about like the extra patronizing with the narrator flower, they did a thing where standard feature in-game, you have emotes. So you can like taunt the player, support the player, do stuff like that. But apparently, I haven't gotten to see this personally yet. It might have been just an April Fool's joke, but I think it is an actual feature. If you play the card Jonah Jameson, your emotes get just a little bit ruder on top of everything else he does. So, I wish I had a good example. You could probably Google it and see it, but it will change your taunts so they are just more mean than they are like docile. And I think that's so funny. Playing me? Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I tested negative last Saturday, and it took me a while to get like just like back into the swing of things and not be as tired, but I feel great now. Outside of being tired from work, because I've been getting up about an hour earlier than I used to. So that's why tonight's stream is going to be a little shorter than usual, but I definitely didn't want to miss not streaming in August. Let's see. Well, I know what game I'll be getting in a fortnight's time. What game would that be? Is that... That's not Starfield. Starfield comes out soon. What comes out in 2 weeks? You sound just the slightest bit sick still. That might just be, like, tired. Because I've been getting up at 4 every day this week. Highlight my day. It's the weekend for me. That's a highlight. Hell yeah. Astro and I started dabbling in some modded Stardew. What did you mod? My cat insisted on being all up in my shit and helping me take shot pictures is both adorable and frustrating. Starfield is next week. Okay, what's in 2 weeks? I might be on my end. I forgot to turn on low latency, and that always makes my audio weird. Mortal Kombat 1 Premium Edition, which releases 5 days prior to the Standard Edition. Hell yeah. How excited are you? Obviously, because it seems you've gotten the Premium Edition. Are you, like... happy with the way it's being rebooted, or are you just kind of like cautiously optimistic? Starfield came out today for premium, tomorrow for Game Pass, by the way. Good to know. Who's all jumping on Starfield? Definitely not one of my games. I can only handle one massive game at a time, and Super Mario World. Tears of the Kingdom is mine. I will be nice. I might play it when there's a UI overhaul mod out. Has it been received bad, or have you just seen it and personally don't connect with it? Plane, you'll definitely have to let us know how your Starfield experience goes. That's, again, I know, like, immediate, it's like, oh, no, I'm not going to play that. I still find it fascinating, and I'm very excited. That might be, like, a game I just watch streams of. Oh, damn, this guy got string. I'm a Bethesda sheep, so I'll be playing it no matter what. Me and Mario. But no, I get it. Also, on top of that, you bring up a good point, Plane. For me, there's never been a Bethesda game that I've stuck with. Not even Skyrim. I feel like Skyrim might be one of their most popular ones. Never played through that. Couldn't handle it. Fallout, maybe the one I got through the most. But, Fallout 4. But even then, I don't know. Never really stuck with them. Here's a thought. Fuck this. I don't want to be here anymore. This was giving me trouble last stream. I'm not gonna deal with this now. Let's go find a shrine. Reviews seem mostly positive, maybe mixed. I'm personally not vibing with it. They got back. Choo-choos. I haven't actually finished Breath of the Wild, so I haven't allowed myself to open my copy of Tears of the Kingdom yet. What are you doing? I'm spoiling it for you. Although, you probably could start Tears of the Kingdom today and be past where I am by tomorrow. Just based off the rate at which we're going. But yeah, choo-choos have made a return. I've seen some streamers playing today, and they had early access. Wait, they had early access to Starfield, and the gameplay seems pretty solid. Everyone's saying it's a solid game, but nothing life-changing like Baldur's Gate. Dude, Baldur's Gate 3. For the longest time, it seemed like Breath of the Wild was the shoe-in for Game of the Year. Baldur's Gate may have come in and changed that. It even got me. I finally picked it up. I was going to try and do a run with Jolty, and unfortunately, my computer can't handle it, which was a major bummer. And I think it might actually be a...
Rich people, Troy's joining you. Yes, I'll hold.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Monthly Stinkzilla.
Oh, I really thought I was gonna exaggerate that, Kim, thank you so much for that resub. I really appreciate it. Freaking 36 months. Why? What are you doing? Lame. I know, I was bracing myself. I wanted the extended Oz. I thought we just established I haven't finished Breath of the Wild. Okay, that makes sense. That's not a lie. Ta-ta-ta. Lame, just hanging out with the pal. What do you mean? What am I doing? Yeah, but 36 months. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, where was I? Yeah, oh, so, Baldur's Gate. From everything that I saw, my computer should be able to run it, but I think there's, like, some issue I've never been able to figure out where I've went through my, what is it? AMD interface. My drivers are completely updated to the latest possible one they could have. I did like a clean wipe of my drivers, and so I had to install them completely fresh off the website, so there wasn't any conflicting things there. But when I launched Baldur's Gate 3, and it's not the only thing that's done this, but this is the one that's given me the most trouble, when I launch it, it tells me that my drivers are out of date. So I think that may be the issue that I just haven't been able to figure out. Because I Googled my graphics card, and if I read it correctly, it was able to handle Baldur's Gate at like 1080, 60. So I don't know. Fun times. Got a poke and prod on that. I'm gonna snatch that sub back, ungrateful brat. It's not ungrateful. It's more like I feel bad. But you're right. I thank you. Let's see. I've done everything but the castle, but now it's been so long I have to remember how to shield lasers again. I know I've talked about this before, but Lala, I don't think you were in here when I mentioned that. That 100% is like where I'm at with Hollow Knight. Towards the end of last year, I finally sat down and got into it. It took a while. Like, I've tried that game like 5 times. Finally, on the 6th time it took. Madly in love with it. Then God of War Ragnarok came out, and I switched over to that. And trying to go back to Hollow Knight after months, because I just completely ignored it after that, has been way too difficult, and I'm too stubborn to restart it. And I don't know what to do. It makes me sad. Oh yeah, lasers. I think Baldur's Gate mopping for Game of the Year this year. My PC can't handle it as well, but from what I've seen, it's super well done. Because Hroth has sent me TikTok clips of that game. And even though on paper that game feels like something that I wouldn't really connect with, like it's just not my playstyle, what makes me feel like it's worth pushing past my comfort zone is the same reason I love Tears of the Kingdom. I love the chaos. I love trying to just be stupid and see what works. And it feels like Baldur's Gate is another sandbox like this of, yeah, give it a shot, see what happens. And that is where the best humor derives from in video games. And that game, that feels like it's in the DNA of the game. And everything, read that? Oh yeah, lasers. Pyro, by the way, I know I think I asked. I can't remember if I accidentally skipped it. What's, Oh no, you said the highlight day was the weekend. Never mind. I just wanted to make sure, do my due diligence. To think that this game had lasted me for roughly about 3 months before I had eventually finished it. So when you say, were you expecting more or less? Did you feel like you breezed through this, or did you really just get to take your time with it? We bought a house and have a lot of outdoor stuff to do and fix, so Breath of the Wild finished. Tears of the Kingdom is going to be my winter allowance when we get more of our renovation stuff done. That is a heck of a reward. Good, awesome with the buying the house and doing all the renovations. I hope that's been going well. You don't have to try. I know. But, like, I feel like I'm a star student. I really go above and beyond. What was that? Oh, it's just more choo-choos. Ah, big choo-choo! Go. Let's see. I mean, if you roll well, your stupidity will pay off. Roll 6. Oh, look at that! What am I rolling? I beat Kiko earlier. What am I gonna get now? I matched Kiko from earlier. Kiko can do better. Watch this. Stand back, everybody. Kiko is about to roll a die. Where's my... Oh, I need to get some more bows. Kiko with that 10. They did do better, so... They did not lie. But would we say they did much better? Everybody said, fuck him, you did it too soon. Come on. I'm wasting so many arrows for a dumb... Korok. Kiko's a 10 for sure. Bam. Look at that, Kim with the 17. Bye-bye. Okay, so here's what we're doing, just thinking out loud. Up above is a little map tower. I want to get to that. what happens. Oh, can we? Oh no. I thought I would confuse it with my arrow, but I guess not. Dumb? Who you calling dumb? Did I accidentally call you dumb? Normally get a 2. Oh, the dumb. I'm sorry, Pyro. I mean, the interesting little Korok. You called a Korok dumb. Sorry. Pyro has heard all of my Reno nightmares. This week's adventure, they drywalled over existing drywall, and a leaking sink means mold. We're re-drywalling half the bathroom. I'm not crying, I'm fine. It's fine. Everything will be fine. I can only imagine. I wish you the best. Because, like, every time I hear about, like, home renovation stuff, it's always massive headaches. Sounds like you're going through a lot of shit. Have you tried drywalling over it? Not now, plane! Alright, let's go up. But, yeah. What's everybody got planned for the weekend? Like I said earlier, Thursdays are now my new weekend. Or new, Fridays are now my new weekend. I only work Monday through Thursday, which is cool. At least while busy season's still happening at the old job, family job, I will be helping out. But other than that, I got nothing planned, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Turns out there was one left on the... Wait, remember that mech raid I said I defeated? Turns out there was one left on the map that just sliced one of my colonists into bits. Oh no! It heard you bragging. Sea of Stars came out this week. Has anybody checked out that? I know it's on PSN Plus mid-tier, which is what I plan to try it on before I cancel it after the price hike. Yeah, that game looks gorgeous. Another one of those ones, again, I feel like maybe this is the year of me trying to step out of my gaming comfort zones. I normally don't play a lot of massive RPGs. The art style in that game is so gorgeous that I really want to try it. I played the demo on the Switch, which I enjoyed. So I wanted to try and carve out some time this weekend to play a little bit of it just to see. Temperature's getting very high. Find a way to cool down or you'll take damage. Can we just take off clothes? Because, I mean, we got the boots with the fur. Remove. We're just going naked. No, I think I have a meal that will let me cool down. Cold resistance. Do not. Who's texting me about? Oh, Nej, we were talking about the iPhone and my Apple Watch and how it reset. I also have a new fun bug where I've already tried repairing and syncing settings. It will not display the name of the contact. It's just the cell phone number, and it bums me up. It's on Game Pass, I think, as well. Hot damn. Yeah, so anybody here trying it out? Pour one out for the little homie. He was so brave. With the fur. Let's see. That's weird. I know. It bums me the heck out. Alright. We might actually not be equipped for this area. Do I have anything that will let me cool down? Does it show the icon or is it just the heart? Yeah, I might actually have to. Sucks. Alright, maybe we won't go here. Let's try... Let's go here. Because it looks like we did some exploring here, but we didn't actually do anything, so maybe we'll find some stuff over here. You're never equipped properly in this game. You're too used to doing naked runs in Dark Souls games. Yeah, after so many years, because we played Breath of the Wild, and then I did a bunch of From Software games. After too many years of being naked, I just don't know how to go back. What, your bokoblin hat not cooling enough? Not quite enough shade? Look, it's cool, but it's not cooling. And that is the problem that I'm running into. I will never take this hat off unless I have to. But I would like not to. Alright, let's see. What is that? Need to face this way. And we're gonna push out into the unknown. Whatever's out there. Good luck then. Getting real, what's his name? Lucius Fox vibes from, is it Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises? Where it's like, your plan is to blackmail the guy who dresses up like a bat? Good luck. Good luck then. Hey, there's always food. Dark Knight. Okay, I can't remember. As much as I love the Dark Knight, sometimes the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises gets confused for me. It's been so long. Which, by the way, did y'all see that they are bringing it back for the anniversary? Or no, not the anniversary, Batman Day, I think. All 3 Nolan Batman films are coming to select theaters, and I think it's going to be like a marathon thing. Where'd you go? Come back here. Got him. Oh, no! I don't think we have anything metal on, but we definitely need to get rid of this. How can I do that? We'll do this one, and we need to get rid of that. All right, we should be good. Oh, is he about to die? Oh, shit. All right, well, the Hylian gods just took care of that for us, so we're gonna keep on moving. Carry any more weapons? Should I get rid of any of these? Let's drop this one. Dark Knight. Eating Del Taco on the ground like a little gremlin. Oh, slightly related. I saw Gran Turismo in 40X and it was very fun. Highly recommend. You puked on my lawn. No, that movie feels like it's getting a lot of hate and I don't know why. It looks perfectly fine. I like David Harbour. Is it David Harbour or Dave Harbour? So I would watch him in anything. And, good to know it's good. Oh, related to, Little Gremlin. So today at work we did a little bit of QA testing, and it was me and the other new hire. And we just made the joke that it was, we were going Gremlin mode trying to break the new app that was developed and testing. Yeah, just made me happy today. Hello, is it Saturday already? No, it is Thursday, but we can pretend it's Saturday. How's it going? Sassy. From the highlight of your day, I need to know welcome in. It's good to see you. Come over. Stinks show. All the reviews I've seen have been like shockingly not that bad. It looks, yeah, it looks fine. It looks, I mean, like you'll probably know the beats going in, but it still looks entertaining. Come on over, baby. One of the reasons I saw Gran Turismo. All right, take 2. One of the reviews I saw on it was Gran Turismo would be such a bad and corny movie if it wasn't based on a true story. It's actually good. One of my favorite things, though, is because the internet's the internet. They took the Oppenheimer meme of like, "Are you saying when we push this button, there's a chance that we light the whole?" That line. They did it, and they were repeating it for like Barbie, and then someone took it and put the, "Are you telling me when we push this button, a gamer would become a real racer?" And they ran that one into the ground, but it made me laugh every time. Accurate. I am bummed that I don't think I'll get to go see Talk to Me in theaters. I think it's a new A24 horror movie. For sure horror movie. I don't know if it's A24. I was very much looking forward to that, but I don't think that's going to happen. Whoa! Come on. I think the highlight of my day would have to be printing out the panda birthday decor for my classroom. The pandas are so stinking cute. Hell yeah. Is this a relatively new theme? Like, are you updating your theme, or it's just new pandas? Talk to Me is A24. I haven't seen it either. I heard it's really good. Yeah, I wanted to see that. You know, speaking of like guilty, well, I don't know if you would call Gran Turismo guilty pleasure, but for another movie that has been ripped to shreds, but I still kind of wanted to see it. Is it The Last Ship of the Demeter? The Demeter or something like that? The one with Dracula? I really wanted to see that because it seems so silly. Where basically they're just on a boat with Dracula. And they had the same stupid Oppenheimer meme where it was like, are you telling me if we get on that ship there may be a Dracula? All those variations were good as well. What's coming out? What's the next big release? Because it feels like everything got delayed with the writer's strike. I don't know if I know what the next big movie is. I've always wanted to do pandas, but sadly classroom decor companies don't seem to agree with me that it's the perfect decor. So I had these custom made. Hell yeah. That's awesome. And it's a bummer that you had to custom make them, but the fact that you were able to is really cool. The Taylor Swift Eras concert. So I don't know if you're being glib and like calling the concert a movie, or are they actually making a movie of the concert, like a documentary type thing? I'm not. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised, but I would be shocked that one has been made so soon. What are you? Fruit that contains pressurized water, cooking it and brings out the ability to enhance swim speed when invested. Concert movie. Hell yeah. When's that coming out? I already bought a ticket and it was announced this morning. Hot damn. You're really on top of it. What's up, dude? Boop. I like your helmet. Let's see. I really wish this rain would leave. Alright, let's go ahead and eat some food so we don't die. I'm trying very hard to convince John to be a Swiftie. I would be surprised. I'm always... No, let me rephrase that. I would not be surprised. John, I've known him for so long. And even though I feel like I always got like a handle on him, the most surprising way he changes, and I love it. So I wouldn't be shocked if he becomes a Swiftie. Hey, knock it off. Speaking of John, one of the funniest things that I love that he's been doing is describing, like anytime he's referring to himself as my friend, he refers to himself as my reasonable best friend, and I don't think there's a funnier phrase. Like, that is the best way to put it. And I think I'm going to change his contact name to John Reasonable Best Friend. September, October are going to be sequels and horror movies. I think The Nun 2 may be the biggest one. I still haven't seen the first Nun. I have supply labels, nameplates, calendar pieces, and now birthday board. All pandas. Hell yeah. My sister is a teacher. Started out in kindergarten, I think now in first grade. And I always loved seeing, like, the way she was able to personalize her room and stuff like that. It's really cool to see teachers get all into it and go all out. Like, I remember one of my favorite classroom experiences was how were they not alerted? Was a teacher who was super into the Grinch. So, like, all year round, it would just be Grinch stuff. Fucking Dune 2 is coming soon. I thought that got delayed. And Kill the Flower Moon, that's the big one. That's the big one I was thinking of. Maybe, again, probably not big in terms of, like, until the national release, but definitely one that I am very excited for. Let's break this bad boy open. He just calls me a punk ass. That's not fair. You gotta put in the work. I got nearly 20 years built into John's friendship. That's how you become the reasonable best friend. I want to fuse this to something. I want to fuse somebody. Okay, I got no options. We ain't fusing shit. Cancel. 20 years is too long. You know, for a while there, when we were in like the 13, 15 year mark, it definitely was that feeling of like, man, we've been friends for too long. But we've circled back around. I think we're in a good place now. All it took was for him moving away, and then that we just talk more. I wanted something adorable but neutral gender-wise that also wasn't loud in terms of color. I tend to stick to calm, cool. So Panda feels like the perfect fit. That is a great choice. Let's see, gotta get a new model. What do you mean? Here. Ultra Hand going up. High as it can go. Please don't. Let's try that again. High. Drop. Got 5 arrows. Nice. Oh, you're right about Dune 2, but yeah, Killer of the Flower Moon's got to be sweet. The Marvels is not moving. I only know this because it was before the strike. Well, the strike's been going on for a while. Before it was more understood that the strike was going to delay movies, it was coming out that like, oh, Dune 2 has such a long hold in IMAX that just by process of elimination with the weeks, people were able to confirm that the Marvels wasn't going to get an IMAX release. And now that Dune 2 has moved, it's finally getting one. And it was like, people, I can't remember exact one, but it was in the same vein of the, not like this. Not, I want Dune back. I have an unpopular opinion about the first Dune movie. Lala, I think we've actually bonded about this. But I think from different approaches. I didn't like it. I thought it was gorgeous. I thought it was really well shot. Not effective as a story for me. The only thing I was interested in didn't last long, and by the time the rest of the movie caught into being interesting, it ended. And I get very hard adaptable story. I get part 2 is going to come and it'll be more into it, but as it stands, the first one did nothing for me. I did see Blue Beetle as well, and that was pretty okay. Standard superhero movie, but Mexican. I did get to see that, and the Hispanic flourishes really made it special. I liked it. Nope, same opinion. It's the sights and sounds of Dune. Absolutely atrocious if you don't know what's going on. You put it in such a succinct way. You are spot on. It really is like if you did the planet Earth of Dune. Lala, I reread the book after watching it, and I do agree with you on some of it. I like how they did it, but felt they missed some key points in people. The tough part about Dune 1 is it plants a lot of seeds and never gets really into anything. And again, I 100%, I will accept this is my own bias, even though I don't think it's as applicable anymore, because I've definitely soured on some of the superhero movies as of late. At the time, I remember it used to rub me the wrong way, where it was like, Marvel movies are not whole stories, or so cliffhangery and just setting up the next thing. Dune's a true movie. And that first part can be true. I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me. But the fact that Dune became this, like, example of modern cinema, and it did the exact same thing of not telling a complete story, I was like, what are we doing? Come on now. Knock it off. Dune, the David Attenborough documentary. I was thinking of, like, I can't remember what it's called. On Disney Plus, they have something like that, but for Star Wars, where it's just, like, drone footage of various Star Wars planets. So, a lot of post-Endgame Marvel shows have been like that. It can take forever to get into the meat and potatoes. And so, again, like, to be 100%, like, I'm not disagreeing. I fully recognize how those movies and shows are just set up. And I made peace with that. But the fact that Dune was, like, this herald of good storytelling and did the same thing is what was, like, rubbing me the wrong. And I will say this, because I like, is it Denis Villeneuve or something like that? I've liked his other movies. I've seen all his other movies in theaters. I didn't get to see Dune in theaters because that was at the start or in height of the pandemic and everything was closed down. So I only saw that at home, and I will never get the answer to it, but I will be curious how much of being on a smaller screen, being able to come and go as I needed, kept me from being as enveloped by it as it would be if I was at the theaters. Because I've already talked about it before, one of the reasons why I haven't seen RRR yet is my attention span for a 3-hour movie at home is a lot harder to sit and watch in one go than it is if I'm at the theater. But yeah. Dude, I don't know if we've talked about it, Plane, or how much I've mentioned it here on stream. I've been so bummed with Marvel here lately. I liked a lot of the post-Endgame stuff. It's some, like, Shang-Chi's up there is one of my all-time favorites of the cinematic universe. Really love Miss Marvel. Like, it's doing a lot of great things, but since She-Hulk on, with the exception of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I just get so bummed by what's been put out lately. Secret Invasion, I no spoilers, but I don't even think you could spoil it. Abysmal. So bad. We saw it at a private showing at a smaller cinema with just our friends. It was gorgeous, but just, ugh. I think they dropped a lot of ball. I am, again, I will say this. For all the frustrations and not liking Dune Part 1, I am excited to see what Part 2 does. Maybe it will be what I wanted the first to be. And I can still enjoy that as is. Dude, did we talk about Secret Invasion, Plane? Did you watch that? If you haven't, I highly recommend you don't. Just save what little hope you have left of the MCU. Just, like, and I know what you're saying, like, oh yeah, but there's been other bad stuff. You have no idea if you haven't seen Secret Invasion yet. It gets so much worse. I was actually talking about it with Vest, because he messaged me when he finished it, and it was just like venting his frustrations. And I just put it simply that Secret Invasion is so bad that it's not enough to be bad. It actively makes the rest of the cinematic universe worse. Hey, Crispy Christy, thank you so much for tapping in. A lot of my friends left super early on, and I wanted to give it a chance, but I gave up on it. I didn't attempt Secret Invasion. So do yourself a favor. Hold on to whatever good memories you have of the MCU. Don't watch Secret Invasion. Just pretend it's over. Or if any of the other stuff interests you, pretend like it never happened. I'd rather watch something that long at home when I get comfortable than in a... I feel spoiled because the local theater I go to has those super nice reclining lounge seats. So, like, I get super comfortable there. And I've been hoping that they would, oh no. I've been hoping that they would, do what they did years ago, where they had the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition marathon, all 3 in a row. And I did it, but it was when that theater had the worst seats, and I had the worst back pain for like 4 days after. And I would love to go do that now that they have better seats. We just never got around to watching, oh wait, hold on. Plane was saying something about Ahsoka. Ahsoka's kind of sick at least, which is Star Wars, I know, but still. No, so I was talking to Leech about this. The 1-2 punch of Book of Boba Fett, which in the opposite regard of Secret Invasion, I highly recommend you do watch, because I do believe it is a case study in how not to do television. Absolutely baffling. But to go from that to go to Andor, which I consider one of the best shows of the year, it was last year, right? Of last year. Not just a Star Wars show, not just a Disney Plus show, just so dang good. It really, like, skewed my perception of what to expect in Star Wars. And so Ahsoka comes along. Oh, what's it called? Mandalorian comes back, and it reminds me, Star Wars can just be okay. And that's fine, it's fun. And so that put me back in a better spectrum of what to expect for Star Wars. And I'm really digging Ahsoka. I don't understand it because I didn't watch the freaking 50 seasons of Clone Wars and Rebels. But I'm grokking enough of it to, like, be invested. And it's pretty nice. I still haven't watched yesterday's episode, though. So I'm a little behind. I wish I never saw it. Kiko, we never even talked about Secret Invasion. It's bad. No spoilers. How is the best way to talk about it? The final fight scene. God awful. Let's see. We just never ended up finishing She-Hulk either. Did you not finish She-Hulk because you weren't liking it, or just got away from it? I'm also hoping that Part 2 is better. Part 1 should have at least played into the whodunit political intrigue a la Game of Thrones. It was just punk kid builds in his room and dreams about a girl that says the same thing over and over until he actually meets her, and then she doesn't say anything. Okay, I'm done. Lala, I like this. I like this venting. You're more than welcome to vent about Dune. She-Hulk's saving grace was Madison, which is spelled with 2 N's and only 1 Y, but it's not where you think. Yes, Madison's really good. Which, shout out to where we were with Disney Plus and Marvel when that came out, that everyone was like, oh, hell yeah, give Madison her own Disney Plus show. And now we're not even sure some of the Disney Plus shows that were announced are going to come through. But Tatiana Maslany, I think she is another one of the saving graces of that show. She is a phenomenal actor and comedy actor as well. Remind me, did you read Stranger in a Strange Land, or did you pick up... Wait, or did you pick up Grok from the interwebs? I picked up... I don't know, probably interwebs, probably podcasts. Is Grok not a... Is that like a unique term to that? Made no sense in my opinion. It's so dumb. I will say, all this complaining about the MCU, Loki 2 looks pretty dope. It does look pretty good. So this is why I am so biased, and you can never take my Marvel opinion seriously, because I will rip Secret Invasion to threads and be like, ooh, new shiny one. Sign me the fuck up for Loki 2, right? It looks so good. And it helps that Loki's up there with my favorites of the Disney Plus show. I think off the top of my head, my top 3 are Miss Marvel, Loki, and then WandaVision. Let me go ahead and allow you there, Lala. Where were you? It was a term coined in 1961 science fiction novel about religion and commune orgies. Okay, Automata's truth. Wait, am I using Grok wrong? Is this another one of those things my whole life that I've been doing weird? I thought, like, to grok something is to understand it. Boop. Get back here. No, you're using totally right, but you need to read the book because it's crazy. Speaking of reading, I'm dangerously close to not hitting my 1 book a year quota. I've had that streak going on for like the last 5 years. I'm in the middle of a couple of books, but I haven't finished them. Loki and WandaVision were the only shows I like, to be honest, but Loki's concept can be expanded so much. So I'm for it, yeah. And it helped with season 2, I feel like they're going to. Is there a promo with McDonald's where one of the chicken nuggets dips has a Loki logo? It does. The power is yours! Iron Knight, welcome in. Rob Logan, welcome in. Y'all, if y'all are not familiar with the Rob Logan, you definitely should be. Lovely and fantastic streamer. They were just recently streaming. If I'm not mistaken, tonight was the Geek Gen Wrestling night. How did that go? Welcome in, Zen Christian. Welcome in, Bohica, Roslyn, W. Scott. I need to know. Normally I ask people, what's been the highlight of your day? And I want to know that. But on top of that, I want to know, what was the highlight of Rob's stream? What was the best part? I think we got to do the slash shout out the Rob Logan. There we go. There you go. Take 2. Wrestling was great as always. Hell yeah. Bohica, thank you so much for tapping in. I really appreciate it. Rob, I know I already messaged you. I'm sorry. I'm bummed that I missed the thing we were supposed to do. Let's see. K Jedi, the power is yours. Welcome in. What's been the highlight of your day? Need to know. Welcome in. For those joining in, if you want to know, we've been talking Marvel and how disappointing it's been lately. Star Wars and Dune. So, you know, always relevant here at Tapicado. Also, Ritual Lies, Cannibalism. If you need a book to read by the end of the year, pick it up. Cool. I've been reading this book. I left it in my car. I believe it's written by Jordan Miner, and it's called Video Game of the Year. And essentially what it does, it starts like in 1980-something, 70-something, and every year it picks a game to dub as the game of the year and write about why it's so influential to the landscape of games. And I'm really enjoying it. But I haven't had a lot of time to read. Dude, no worries. Uncontrollable circumstances, yeah. My dad's calling again. I just want to eat my dinner. Tell him we said hey, all of us. Can't wait for the next Doom movie. Heck yeah. Well, do we know, because I know we talked about it getting pushed back. Do we know when it got pushed back to? Let me go ahead and make sure I read. see. Oh, okay, so Kiko, yeah. So I'm actually confused on how McDonald's is doing the promo, because they call it the as seen in promo. And so I don't think they're doing strictly Loki. I think they're doing themed groups of food as seen in various movies. I think that's what they're doing. And so Loki is up first, because I think it's probably one of those things where like marketing deals were already in place and Loki was supposed to have been out by now. And so they're just doing the like this weird solve for it. Yeah, I don't know. It's been really weird because it feels like it's a Loki promo, but also not at the same time. Favorite Star Wars movie, favorite Star Wars video game. All right. Iron, please don't hold this against me. Because every time I say this, it always spurs a conversation. But the only other thing to top this for me is Andor. But if we're talking strictly movies, The Last Jedi is absolutely my favorite Star Wars. I know it's the controversial one, but it's the one to me that had the most to say. And there's a line in that movie that I reference all the time because it made me cry the first time I heard it, and I love it still. And so for that alone, that remains my favorite Star Wars movie. And if this is where we say goodbye, it was good to talk to you. But what about you? What's your favorite Star Wars movie? Favorite Star Wars game? I feel like this might be recency bias just because I don't think I've played a lot of Star Wars games. Or let me rephrase this. I don't think I've played a lot of Star Wars games in a way that had a lasting impact. Like I would play like the Revenge of the Sith tie-in, but it was like kind of like a side-scrolling fighter. Actually, you know what? I do have a recency bias answer and an actual answer. So, Jedi Survivor, is that the first one or is that the second one? Fallen Order, I think, is the first one. I really enjoyed that game. I didn't get to play the sequel, but I really enjoyed the first one. And then the not recency bias answer, on the Xbox, the original Xbox, there was a game called Star Wars Obi-Wan. And I remember that game was the game that back in like the early 2000s, I was streaming because I somehow found a way to record my gameplay in our family's camcorder. And I would record and play and just try and get my family members to come watch. So that one always holds a special place in my heart. It was essentially a mix of the events in Phantom Menace and then some other side stuff. Let's see, I respect that. I think for me, Return of the Jedi and Star Wars Battlefront 2 on PS2. Dude, so I actually got to see Return of the Jedi when they brought it back to theaters about a couple months ago. I enjoy the movie. This is not like a knock on the movie. But rewatching it after all these years, I am shocked that Star Wars became as popular as it is, because rewatching Return of the Jedi now, that's a goofy-ass movie. It's really good, but it's also a goofy-ass movie, and it's crazy that that got as big as it did. Because, and maybe you could chalk this up to, like, the first two were popular enough that the third one, it was fine by that point. But I think it was, like, 20 minutes until you see a human at all. And it's just like, wow. It really made me appreciate how much Star Wars was able to just grab hold of the cultural consciousness based on at least that one. Let's see. You're the first person ever I know to say Last Jedi is your favorite Star Wars movie. It really is. I know, and it sucks because like that movie came out, I was like, that's amazing. Surely everybody loved that. And then to just get online and be like, oh no, this ripped the internet in half and ruined pop culture for years. Let's see. Oh, and I forgot the author of the book was friends with founders of Scientology. Honestly, they were both authors. Took the same prop and one ended up founding a religion. You know, that old chestnut. For me, I think Return of the Jedi and one of the Jedi Academy games. I don't think I ever played the Jedi Academy games, but I definitely would always look at it when I would go to Blockbuster and be like, I want to rent it. Lala! You're the best. Now I know 2 people. It's not often you find people who consider Last Jedi the favorite Star Wars. So Lala, I gotta ask, what do you think of Andor? Because Andor tops Last Jedi for me. I can't climb this. So about that. All right, anyway, it was good to chat, Lala, but you're probably pretty busy, so... No, I'm kidding, I'm sorry. Wait, am I... Oh, it's raining! God dang it. I think Last Jedi was a good movie, but it was bad for the Skywalker saga. I think... Oh, Skywalker saga, never mind. I thought you were talking about trilogy. To me, it's just like... I am a sucker for stories where we see past the hero having seen the and to deal with the pressure that is put upon them. What the hell is that? To deal with the pressure that has been put upon them and falter. And so right already off the bat, that was like catnip to me. And then the whole idea of like learning to let go. I don't know why I'm being careful with spoilers. I think we're out of the spoiler territory for The Last Jedi. But that whole concept of like not being willing to disregard the past in order to move forward and not hold it so highly to the point of halting progress is such a fantastic message in my opinion. And it left Star Wars in a place that I was so excited that it was no longer just Skywalkers. Then Rise of the freaking Skywalkers came out. I haven't seen Andor or Mando or any of it. Lala, I feel like we're on the same page here. If you have the time and you do consider Last Jedi your favorite, when you get a chance, give Andor a shot and be willing to know it's a slow burn. But by the end of it, I was ready to run through a wall because it was so motivational and so good. That's the best reason to watch IPA. Yes. Yeah, I definitely did like it, but I think the original trilogy is still my favorite, but yes to Andor. Oh god, I don't know where I rank the shows. Y'all, I feel like I'm not even really playing the game. I'm just having fun talking to you guys. God, I don't know where I rank the shows. I'll schedule some personal time to coordinate my feelings. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. Bro, don't spoil it for me. Was Last Jedi on your to watch list? Last Jedi did too much of The Force Awakens or Rise of Skywalker, just too much of Last Jedi. Their lack of plan hurt all of it. So again, I will agree with that. Even though I consider like Last Jedi my favorite, all that jazz, it is baffling to me that you have a company like Disney who is tasked with revitalizing Star Wars, going into it with no plan and getting, I'm sure they weren't expecting this, but essentially ending up with directors whose idea of yes and is nah, because neither one of them work together. And I will say, I put the blame, I mean, Rian Johnson picks up the ball from what was established on the first one, and then coming back to Rise of Skywalker, the ball's put back away for a new ball. Hey, you found some murder hands. I mean, episode 6 left it as there's hardly any Jedi left, so like I can't blame how Last Jedi think. Like, episode 6 left it as there's hardly any Jedi left, so like I can't blame how Last Jedi left thinks in the end. Can you rephrase that for me? Am I being dumb? I don't care about any of the Star Wars nonsense. Lala, I'm curious if Star Wars Last Jedi... Oh, no. If Star Wars Last Jedi is your favorite, do you know what line I'm talking about that made me cry? I'd be curious to see if we're in the same place here. One of these gives me more. If you feel like it doesn't feel cohesive, I highly recommend looking at YouTube for cinema therapy, psychology of a hero, Luke Skywalker, and then come back and tell me it's a bummer. I feel like I've been told to watch Psychology of a Hero before, so I need to look that up because that sounds great. These things are hard. Leave me alone. I do not want a high five. And we're done. I don't think I'm coming. Nope, I'm not coming back. Let's see. Read that. Okay, Last Jedi did do a fantastic thing. Wait, Last Jedi did do a fantastic thing. I was furious that Rise undid, though. Its best message was that anyone could be special. With Rey's origin of the boy with the broom, then Rise pooped on that idea. So, Rob, I think we're really close here because, like, I love that message too. Again, that goes back to the whole like democratization of who can be a Jedi. It's not just the stupid Skywalker family. Love that. Such an inspiring message. And I would have been okay if Rise of Skywalker was like, nah, we do want to focus on the Skywalkers. Sure, have fun. But the way at which it goes back and Control Z's all of the Last Jedi is so petty. It like goes out of its way to erase what had came before it just because the decisions weren't in line with their vision of it. And that made me so mad that they couldn't even at least continue the bare minimum of the framework. Gloom hands are no joke and terrifying. I love cinema theory. Cinema therapy. Cinema therapy is great. Licensed therapist and a filmmaker buddies talking about movies and fifis? Oh, feelings. What are fifis? Yeah, I'm done with stories that say this character's our savior because they were born special or their parents were special. The Last Jedi was great in that way. My dad is going to rip my stickers, and I don't think he realized it is a Taylor Swift sticker, and I don't want to tell him. See how long he goes before he realizes. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. All right, y'all. I'm just going to mark where I'm at the map so I know how to get back to the scary hands. I think it was here. And then we'll just chill and play Mario while I round out the night. I think I got about 20 minutes left before I'm going to bed. So we're going to put a stamp here, and I will put a sword so I know I need to come kick some ass over here. So, of course, if you were here just for Tears of the Kingdom, sorry. We didn't do much. Today was more just of a catch-up kind of thing. Does he have a blank space to put your sticker? I gotta look into that. It seems like Breads has been really favored. We don't get the CSI one. Okay, that gotta Google. Since Snorlax was inspo for your wrestler, tell us about your favorite Pokemon and discovering Pokemon. So, Snorlax is my favorite Pokemon. I don't know what it was. I just always liked the dude. And Pyrope here, Dr. Adrian Pyrope, actually crocheted me a little Snorlax. And so whenever Rob, whenever I was going through Rob's submission form, I was sitting there trying to think, because the obvious answer for me was to do Captain America, because I really like Captain America. I was like, no, I want to do something like that is not expected of me. And so I just so happened to look to the side where I had it at the time, and I saw the Snorlax, and I was like, and this is where my lack of creativity ended, because I was like, Snorlax. I know, let's do Taplax. And so that's how that came about. What was the other part of your question? And discovering Pokemon. So my cousin actually introduced me to Pokemon Red. And I remember it was outside my grandma's house. And he was like, yeah, check out this new cool game, but whatever you do, don't save. Especially when I see you play Mario, I gotta skedaddle. Have a good night, everyone. Plane, thank you so much for hanging out. Love your face, man. Have a good time. We'll see you around. So yeah, he was like, yeah, check out this new game, but whatever you do, don't save, because it'll erase my progress. So like, I went through the motions of starting a new game and was instantly hooked. And then I can't remember if I got blue or red. But because I eventually did end up getting them all because I was spoiled. But yeah, I absolutely adored Pokemon growing up. I've unfortunately, which one was it that I tried to play? Was it Sword and Shield? It might have been Sword and Shield. I tried playing that one, and I remember just getting so frustrated because, like, I think at the time I was like, you know how some games will give you like, hey, just give me the story, and it turns the difficulty down? Sword and Shield made me wish that you could say, hey, just shut up. Just let me play Pokemon. I don't care about the power of friendship. I don't want to talk to you. I just want to battle Pokemon. And I was getting so frustrated. And then it hit me, oh, this is a game for kids. And so, like, I fell off hard on Pokemon since then. But I played the heck out of the ones leading up to it. I think X and Y was the start of me falling out of love with Pokemon. But Sword and Shield was the one that broke the camel's back. Honestly, I kind of forgot I made that. It's funny because you've been the name inspiration for two things this year. The change from the tap stream to the tapicado, and then the Geek Generation wrestler that I got in Rob's stream. I think I owe you some royalties, Pyro. Trey, was it We Are What We Grow Beyond? Because boy, was that profound. It was. That was the line that like, like they said it, and then I was just like, this is so beautiful. So yeah, and to me, that's the thing that sets it apart from other Star Wars. And it could be, like, I will fully admit, like, I like Star Wars. It wasn't like a movie I watched over and over. So I'm sure if some of the others are your favorites, you could pull out this same sentiment, not same sentiment, but a sentiment. But no, none of the other Star Wars shows outside of Andor spoke to me in a way that Last Jedi did. It just had something to say beyond, like, hey, good, evil, blah, blah, blah. Like, it tried to say something which I found really enjoyable. Same thing with Andor. Did you watch the 15-minute direct from today about Super Mario Wonder? I'm much more excited about it now. I did, actually. That's how we opened up the stream. I got to watch it here live, and I am so excited, man. So excited. It looks great. Just to kind of reiterate what we were talking about before, I think it's one of those things where, like, much in the same way with Marvel, I'm such a fanboy that regardless, I'm there. It doesn't matter what Mario they were doing, I was going to be there. But they are putting so much work into it that it makes me realize how starved I was for anything new in the Mario universe, side-scrolling, that it makes me appreciate the heck out of it. Because it looks so good with all just the little tiny flourishes they got going on. So just a little bit of context for this here run. As much as I've talked about how much Mario means to me and how much I love these games, and they essentially were the only things I played when I was a kid. God dang it. I realized that I never actually beat any of the side-scrolling ones but Super Mario Bros. 3. All the other ones I always just use skips. No! I just use skips or warp whistles! And so, I was talking to a new streaming friend that I've made, Good Game Gizmo. Oh, hello. Oh, that's really cool. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that, though. They're in a bad place. I was talking to a new friend, Good Game Gizmo, and mentioning the same thing, and he was like, you should try and beat Super Mario World before Wonder comes out. So this is the first playthrough that I'm attempting where I don't skip. So it's been really fun. What made you more excited about Wonder, Rob? Vorpal's watching it now, so I'm kind of split attention on that. We just finished watching Galaxy Quest, so haven't been full attention in days. Wait, on what? Oh, Iron Knight, I totally missed your comment. Sorry about that. Did you ever collect the cards? I did. I got super into that for a while, and I would go to, like, Toys R Us to do those, like, tournaments on the weekends, and wasn't good at it, but I had a lot of fun with it. When did we switch games? Oh my god. Whenever I realized that I was just having more fun chatting and not really paying attention to anything, and so I'm gonna wait till I come back to Tears of the Kingdom. Tentatively aiming to stream again Saturday, maybe. And that one would be a more upbeat, not as sleepy stream. We'll play a little bit more Zelda there. Haven't been paying full attention here. Oh no, I got you. All right, I love how you can bring Yoshi in, die, and Yoshi's still there waiting for you when you come back. Very, very kind of them to do. No worries, dude. The cards are worth like crazy money now. It's almost silly. You know, you want to hear the heartbreak? I had a bunch of cards, had a really cool, like, this red shelled case where I had them all. And I came home one day, and it was determined that I was too old for Pokemon cards, and they were given away. Because we were doing house cleaning, and it made me so sad, because I had a shit ton. I know! Yeah. But I say that like the only thing lost was the sentimental value, because I was not the person that like kept the cards in pristine condition. So it's not like I expected like, oh man, I lost out on $200 for this card. But it was the like, I had a shit ton of them and I didn't want them gone. Yeah. All right. Oh. Let's try that one more time. That did not, I promise I've actually been doing better than that looked. What about you, Knight? Did you ever get into the Pokemon collecting craze? You know, it's funny, I remember whenever the cards were new, it was still early on enough that I don't think I had watched the show yet. Like, I knew of it, but it wasn't like something that I had watched every episode of. And so I remember I would get cards like Imposter Professor Oak or something like that, and just being like, oh man, I can't wait till I get to that episode. And I don't think they ever did an Imposter Professor Oak. My nephew has quite a lot of Pokemon cards. I bought him multiple binders for various holiday, birthday presents. Easy gift to come up with. So there's a part of me that like wants to kind of get back into it, just because like I missed that like, oh, collecting. It's a slippery slope. I already fell down that slope with Funko Pops. Thankfully, I've fallen off again. But one birthday, I tried to see if my niece would be into it. So I was like, hey, I'll buy you a couple packs and see what you think. And just buying her packs and then watching her open it was enough of like, oh man, I could really slip back into this, so I didn't. But yeah, it's cool. It's that dopamine effect of like opening it up and be like, ooh, what you gonna get? I collected Pokemon cards when I was like 5 or 8 years old, and didn't start collecting it until 2014, 2015, and then paused and picked it up again 2 years. And now my collection is out of control. See, that's what I'm trying to avoid. I'm not, I'm too much of an impulse buyer, so I don't want to go down that road. That's why we can't really stop buying Magic cards or Warhammer minis. You start up, and it's hard not to do it. What's that meme of, it's like, I'm just gonna get one, it's not that expensive. Well, I got one, so he's gonna need a buddy, so I'm gonna get him one. But, you know, if we get 2, we may as well get 3, because what if they start fighting and they need someone else to chill with, and it just starts building up the collection. I have a big build painting backlog. That's neat. But yeah, there's a part of me that wants to get into Pokemon again. Always have like a itch to get into Magic, because that was fun. But the issue I have with that is like, I know I could do the digital version, but like I don't have anybody locally to play with. And so it'd be like not worth it. But I don't know, it was just always fun to collect. I think that's why Marvel Snap took for me for a while, which thankfully I broke that habit, because that was bad. I was playing for a while there. That game came out during my my slow season at work. I think I was averaging like an hour a day of Marvel Snap, and that's not good. And so I think after what was my stopping point? I forgot what it was, because I definitely didn't hit whatever their like tier 1 is, but I hit some milestone where I was able to say I'm done and I didn't need to play it anymore. So yeah, I got to fill out my Eldar army, almost there on Drukari and Sisters. Yeah, I remember you sent me photos of your mini paintings. Those were so good. Actually, playing is the hardest part. My ex is really into Magic, and he tried to get me into it, but I have the brain capacity of an old, stale peanut. Look, if I could pick up Magic, I have some Marvel Japanese trading cards that are pretty cool. Pyros minis are so neat. I think me saying neat was more of a brain fart. I've seen the paintings and the minis. They're really cool. Don't let my sleepy energy confuse the appreciation. Damn it. Don't sell yourself short. I'm sure you have the brain capacity of at least 3 peanuts. We got a 3 peanut over here. Had a little bit of break in our painting, so we've been working on getting back, working on some really cool ones now. When I finish them, I'll send a pic. Hell yeah. Neat like cool, not like clean, but I mean clean too. But oh, I thought you were calling back to when Pirate was discussing it, and all I could utter was neat. Let's see, only when I'm taking my Adderall. All right. We're just gonna wind down. I'm a sleepy boy. If you look too close, they aren't very neatly painted. I won't tell if you. Pyro, neat and neat. Why did that music not play? Oh, it's just really low. All right, everybody. It's gonna be in the stream for me. I'm very sleepy. Potentially, again, might be streaming Saturday. I'm not sure. I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I did get a new job, which means I'm only working Monday through Thursday, so I'm going to try and stream maybe once a week. We'll see. Iron, thank you so much for tapping in. I really do appreciate it. I do want to try and stream more regularly, aiming for once a week. I think even that, I don't know if I want to commit to a schedule. Just because, like, in the experiments of this year, trying to put a schedule on it just still stresses me out too much. Because I'm definitely of that mentality of like, well, I put it on the schedule, I gotta do it come hell or high water, and I don't want to get back to that. So it'll probably still be more like, hey, I'm just live kind of thing. So the best thing you could do is like have notifications on, or if you're in Discord in the role assign channel, you can give yourself the stream alert, and I tag that when I'm going live. But yeah, that's the goal. It probably won't start until about late September, early October that I'll do the weekly stuff. But I gotta find a way to pick up this Tears of the Kingdom pace. Let's see. Stinkzilla, more like Sleepzilla. I'll take it. I like that. The good news is they're mini. Thanks for the stream. New job, new tray. Hell yeah. Oh, I see the Funko Pops now. Yeah. I call it my COVID depression. Not the one when I actually got COVID. When COVID was at its height and I was like, I miss people. I'm gonna buy plastic. Let's see. I love the Psychology of a Hero episode in Movies TV for you to watch before bed. Extra cozy. Check it out. I got 3 notifications today, the last one being from Lala. So, Lala, streamer alert. Where else was the notification? Oh, Twitch. I'm assuming you have Twitch notifications on, so definitely appreciate that. Yeah. I think that'll be the norm. It's just like low stakes. If I have time, I'm hopping on to stream. No like weekly schedule or anything. We'll just kind of wing it. And there may be it seems weird to say, but just kind of setting the expectation in case it happens. Probably just like sometimes no cam streams if I feel like streaming but don't feel like actually putting in a lot of work. We'll just clear through some Zelda missions in Twitch. Maybe the real friends were the Funko Pops we collected during COVID. Well, it was a weird. Let's see. Glad we could raid you. Iron Knight, thank you so much for hanging out, and thank you all for the question prompts. I really appreciate it. Rob, if you're still out there, thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate it, and bringing all your lovely community here as well. Low stakes, best stakes. Sometimes if you set the bar low enough, you can just walk right over it. Second normally Saturday stream today, and it's messing with my head. I think maybe I'm not supposed to work tomorrow. That's what it means, right? Lala, hit me up. I'll write you a doctor's note. Dr. Tepicado. I'll get you excused absence. Let's see. Hell yeah, last second quote of the week. But then we'll go by my schedule. All right, everybody. I'm sleepy. Bye. I'll see y'all later. Have fun. Make wise choices. Or don't. I'm not your boss. But I do care. Bye.